It all began with a stealth launch 2 months ago. Okinami token. Okanami being a new crypto token on the blockchain in terms of its launch for sale on Uniswap, and been number 1 to 10 in the top 10 DEX tools for practically a week now. Hit 5 million market cap, went up to 15, consolidated back down to around 11 million market cap. Dipped about to 9 million market cap, rebounded. Not a rug pull. No evidence of a scam. Let's talk about the evidence. This is a rather long video, so bear with me. We're going to be going over quite a bit. But the first thing I want to start with is just looking at the blockchain evidence and analyzing it. And at the end, there was another little piece of evidence that one of the Telegram members showed me. And it was for the new NFT reward for some of the early Ethereum holders. It came out with the ETH merge achievement benchmark for Ethereum, and they gave out these NFTs. I'll post that at the end. You can see it. And I thought that was rather cool, and then we'll end after that. My background, if you don't know me, I've worn many hats in addition to being a father and just an all-around, I guess, man of many interests. I've worked in law. You can see my degrees up there. I've been an attorney, worked in the financial services sector, been a teacher, instructor, and now I am an artist too. I do all these things. I'm just a jack of all trades, I suppose, but not really. Just in these areas. But in my analysis, and we'll look at the first piece here, and I'm going to put the video link here in the description of the video. It's 56 minutes long, and one of the Telegram members was good enough to do a full audit going into 2 major areas. Okay, he looks at the Shib, Shiba Inu token, looks at the Shiba Inu deployer wallet, and he does a genealogical audit on the blockchain, Etherscan. And if you don't know what Etherscan is or what blockchain means, do a little research, but I'll make it very easy for you. Imagine a ledger like in accounting where you have transactions. It shows all these transactions and accounts. Okay, a wallet is like an account. Okay, so you have with the Ethereum Genesis wallet where it all started in terms of the deployment of Ethereum, which is one of the most successful cryptocurrencies out there. And if you go back through transactions from over time, you have to go in and out, what's going in and out of various wallets, and you trace it, right? You can do it graphically by creating this genealogical, I'd call it some type of picto illustration of this, or you can click through and actually go to all the transactional in and out. If you look at Etherscan, you'll see the in and the out. That's where one batch of crypto is going from one thing to another, from one to another. So this user, he goes back all the way through to the Shib deployer wallet and draws the connection to the Ethereum Genesis wallet. So he's going frame by frame, and you'll see it in this video. You saw the clips up here. That's why I ran it for a while. It's going too fast for me to, go from thing to thing. But I analyzed the video, and in the end, you see that the Shib deployer wallet has this connection to the Genesis wallet. That was one of the big stories about Shiba Inu. Be like, there's some connection to the Ethereum developers, the makers of Ethereum. And then you have this, of course, this mysterious Ryoshi character who disappeared about a year and 2 months ago and now suddenly reemerged. And some people are calling Okinami a LARP, a live action role play LARP, which means it's pretending to be something that it's not. And this is where I think it is not a LARP. And a big reason is because you saw where the Shib wallet, the deployer wallet, connects back to Ethereum. And in the video, the creator of the video goes all the way through the Okinami deployer wallet and traces the transactions back all the way to the ETH Genesis wallet. And the ETH Genesis wallet connects to Shib and Okanami. And Okanami and Shiba Inu are 40 days apart, created about 4 years back. I believe it's about 4 years. You'll see days on Etherscan. If you do the calculations, you'll see it's about 4 years. That's one thing. A chain of custody can be shown on the blockchain. What Etherscan allows you to do is you can pinpoint each transaction. You can do it yourself. It's a reproducible methodology that you could do the same thing that creator on YouTube did. And you just have to first start off with the Genesis wallet, or you can work your way backwards to the Genesis wallet. And that's retroactive. Okay? So you could go to the Genesis wallet, and if you were to be able to find it, you can trace the blockchain transactions all the way to the present moment. So that's past to present, okay? Or you can go present and work your way back retroactively to the past, okay? So present to past, past to present. And this 56 minutes of video is compelling evidence because I don't see anything faked or doctored, and others are reproducing this result and getting the same result. Before we talk about the NFT connection, which is pretty cool, we'll end with that. And I'll post the little video showing the evidence of that as well. Because if you were, I guess, an original 8,000 of the, or the original holders of Ethereum, you get this NFT from the Ethereum devs, I guess, rewarding people for, I guess, maybe holding for that long, I suppose, or having bought back then. I'm not quite sure, but it's a prize of some kind of reward. Pretty cool. There's the photo evidence too. In my previous videos, you'll have seen some of them. You'll see Vitalik Buterin and his crew all connected with Ethereum, because that's Vitalik Buterin is a co-founder, co-developer of Ethereum, and the infamous Shiba Inu dog with the red and white harness. And then a recent picture from the Okanami token Twitter account of that dog near, I think not, that has to be Mount Fuji as far as we've seen so far. Original source photo doesn't, we did all the reverse image searching of the Shiba Inu posted here on the, I think it was the 23rd or so, 9/23, September 23rd. Okay, then we go into, let's go back a little bit further. A friend of mine, Vitalik Buterin, brought me here, and you see Vitalik Buterin standing in this place, I believe near San Francisco, near the ocean. And then another person holding like the, I guess the white paper roadmap in the same place Vitalik Buterin was standing. And then you have all the Etherscan messaging and all the quotations in there, because the developer communicates only through Twitter or the Etherscan or the Medium. We haven't seen the Medium yet. But let me tell you this. For this to be a scam, the resources this person would have is to create a fairly elaborate scheme in terms of the blockchain, which I don't think can be done. I think it's impossible. They'd have to fly to Japan. They'd have to go to San Francisco, get those pictures done. It doesn't look like any type of... I'm not a photo expert. Maybe we should have a photo expert look at these photos, but they look real. They show every aspect of not being doctored or photoshopped. These are real pictures. And then on top of all that, they had a lot of ETH, because a lot of Ethereum went into this project, right? Transferring from the Genesis wallet. You'd have to be able to hack into those old wallets back then for a 4-year-old wallet for Okanami. Okay, you have to do that. And if you had done all that and you made 700 or so % from when it launched, this thing was below $1 million market cap. It hit up to 15 I would have expected this to be rugged by now. I'd see a rug pull by now. If you already made all that money. Plus, there's no tax. There's no coin sitting in a developer's wallet. They're all out there for sale. The developer then, if they were doing this as some type of scam or rug pull, the scammer would have to then buy a whole bunch of it, and then they'd be liquidating and selling it. For one, the amount of money that it would take to have done everything so far, you would be well financed. You would have probably have sold out your position by now, and somebody would have called it out. Somebody definitely would have called it out and be like, it's a scam. You see a huge drop in price. I would think even the Ethereum folks, developers, would distance themselves with a public statement saying this scam needs to be addressed because this is going to hurt a lot of people. They would have wanted to have addressed this a while back to, prevent a harm. That hurts the whole industry. When there's scams, it hurts the whole industry. And the crypto industry has every interest in trying to tell the public about scams to build confidence, because there's going to be a lot of scams. There have been a lot of scams. I've seen the rug pulls. I've seen also just the poorly executed projects just fall apart. Okay? Those are different. Some will fail like businesses fail in a highly competitive market. But let me tell you this before I show you the video of the NFT connection. I'm going to plug it in here, up here, and we'll take a look at it. Let me tell you this. If you are this good at scamming people, okay, if you're this good, you'd be a genius enough to be able to make enough money. But there's always the con artist. The con artist is somebody who gets a rush off of scamming. And I would think this would get called out by now. By the community, by others in crypto, they'd be like, this is either a very obvious LARP because of this reason, and then they'd post it, or they'd be able to refute the blockchain evidence. Nobody has been able to refute the blockchain evidence thus far. But again, let's recap. These wallet transactions go all the way back to the ETH Genesis wallet, and you'll see in the video, I highly encourage you to analyze the same video. It's in the description, the link. Look through it. You'll see how the creator who recently did this does a live audit, but it's recorded, it's not live. But I bet you if we went live, we can reproduce the same result, slow it down, get the data and the information, plug it into Etherscan, and you'll be able to do the same. I have not seen one person yet say, hey, I tried doing that, it doesn't work. There's something that they're doing to manipulate. It's smoke and mirrors. They're not really tracing anything back. And the argument that, well, everybody who owns ETH, it goes back to the ETH Genesis wallet. Yeah, that's true. But we're looking at a specific deployer wallet that has a certain batch of transactions. And as you'll see, the only really these ETH developers would know how to do these type of batch transactions, because there's certain things about it technically that would be highly, highly, highly difficult for anyone else to do. But if you're an ETH dev, you could do it. Pretty amazing. Comment here, let me know what you think about it. But in order to keep this under 15 minutes, let's take a look at this video somebody in the Telegram for Okinami sent me. And I'm going to tell you, this is another thing here when you look at it where the connection it's striking to me. Okay. The connection striking, because this NFT certainly does come from the ETH people, and it connects to Okanami as well. Just another layer of evidence. You keep looking at it, okay, and you put together a picture. And in the end, that picture tells you a story, okay? The story is stealth launch about 2 months ago. These mysterious messages on Twitter by ostensibly a person connected to Ethereum, maybe Ryoshi, but maybe Ryoshi is a fictitious character, but a vision nonetheless. You look at all the pictures And you put them together, and it's a mosaic, and it creates something that we start to see 2 months ago with a trail going back 4 years. And these messages on Etherscan and you'll see it in the Telegram, we have the diary, each one's flowing through Etherscan. They're telling us something. And he says we know who he is, or we know who she is. And drawing these connections of a mystery to certain folks that, and this is not financial advice. I'm going to preface this. This is not financial advice. This is not investing advice. Do your own research. Do your own diligence. If you do your research and you draw the same conclusions I have, it looks very strong case that the founders or people who developed Ethereum have been planning for a very long time this Okinami project as something very special. And it's still very early on. Imagine if you could buy Amazon. Imagine if you could buy Microsoft in the beginning. You'd be insanely wealthy. I mean, only invest what you can lose in crypto and take it for what it's worth. But if it was the ETH Foundation, ETH developers just coming out with a token and saying, here's Okanami, we are going full speed ahead with our marketing of this thing, it would go from fractions of a penny to whatever amount, because every institution, every wealthy investor would just grab it all up, and the little guy would get nothing. Okay? It would be price. It was so much power. They have so much power. And Vitalik Buterin himself has even said he knows he can wield certain power just by being who he is. Okay? And he gave his Shiba Inu, that the Shib developer sent a whole bunch of Shiba Inu to Vitalik Buterin, and he burns a whole bunch of it, and he sends the other half to India, COVID relief. This guy is a smart guy. He's a genius. I think Vitalik Buterin has to be a genius. But he did what he did in order to say, I like the Shiba Inu community. I'm willing to burn half my tokens, but give it away. Probably has some tax implications too. It's smart to get rid of it. But he knows that he could wield great power with his influence, and therefore he doesn't. That being said, everyone's looking for the next Bitcoin, the next Ethereum, the next Shiba Inu, because you're looking at 1,000 plus 10,000 times your money back. If I were to look at everything out there right now, there's really only one token that could look like the next Shiba Inu in terms of it being made by the people connected to Shiba Inu and Ethereum. I mean, there's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it. And this cool NFT too that I just put up there in this little video. Things like that, people are picking up in the community and they're posting about it. And while this is going over 15 minutes, it's well worth ending on this. The community, and I've been with them in the Telegram for a while now. These are some smart people. Okay, we don't all speak the same language, but we all, I think, speak the same analysis in what we do. And we're looking at the evidence and we're being objective. Smart, objective folks are like the individual that created that YouTube video, again, in the description that you can check for yourself. They are doing the due diligence and they are doing the inspection, detective work, posting it, and you can go to the Telegram. In the description, you'll see the Telegram link as well, and see for yourself. Just see for yourself. These are smart people. If you're gonna FUD, go ahead and FUD, but you got a tough job. All it's gonna sound like is you're just knocking. There's so many people just knocking some crypto because they're in competition. I'm sure the people in Suka see this as a threat, and they're gonna, maybe even Shiba Inu holders see this as a threat, and they're gonna be like, no, this is something that's bad. Anyway, make up your own mind. I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, comment, share, tell everybody about it. But let me just say this. The proof is not in the pudding, but it's in the blockchain. Until next time, folks. See you later.